Hi boys and girls. Have you got your story maps finished? Do you remember mine from yesterday? Here it is. So in today's lesson we are learning how to tell a story by speaking in full sentences. Now sometimes in your story you'll be the narrator, that's the person who tells the story, but sometimes you might be the character and you might be speaking as though you are the character. I've used a mix in my story, so I'm looking forward to telling it to you. I'm going to show you now how I'm going to use my finger to follow along the story map to tell my story. Now I've tried to use some describing words in my story. I've tried to use some different types of verbs. Do you remember those action words? And I've tried to talk about the feelings of the characters too, just to make my story a little bit more interesting. Right, shall I make a start? Here we go. So I'm going to start at the top here and I'm going to say, it was a special day at the supermarket because it was Supertato's birthday. Did you notice how I made my sentence longer then? I used the word because to add a little bit of extra information. That's a really good idea to do. So let me start again. It was a special day at the supermarket because it was Supertato's birthday. All the vegetables were helping him celebrate. And Carrot had even made Supertato a carrot cake. The vegetables were having a wonderful time, but not everybody was happy down the vegetable aisle. Oh dear, I used the word but then. That's another joining word. That's another word you can use to make your sentences longer. Why don't you have a go at using the word but in your story today? The evil pea had not been invited to the party and he was feeling very cross indeed. Mwahaha! So you think you can leave me out, do you, Supertato? So I just pretended to be the evil pea then, didn't I? The evil pea had a very evil idea. Oh, veggies! I have a special birthday surprise for you. Come and join me for a pool party. Excitedly, the veggies leapt into the pool, only to discover it was filled with jelly. Oh no, we're stuck, cried the carrot. This is a very sticky situation, said Supertato, but he was far too clever to let the evil pea spoil his birthday. There's only one thing for it, called Supertato as he pressed the button on his belt. Super Broccoli to the rescue! And here's where Super Broccoli comes, doesn't he? Do not fear, called Super Broccoli. Help is here. And with that, he threw some delicious looking donuts into the jelly, tied with string, and he pulled all the veggies back to safety. Oh, now then, here we go. Stamping his feet furiously at the side of the pool, the evil pea didn't notice the big blob of jelly at the side of the pool and slipped in head first. You've not seen the end of me, Supertato! Shall we go and eat some jelly? Supertato asked his friends, and they all laughed and cheered as they carried on with their party with their extra special guest, Super Broccoli. The end. Did you like my story, boys and girls? Now, I didn't think of it straight away. I did take quite a bit of time thinking before I started to record it for you. Okay, so you might not get it straight away. You might need to think for a little while about all the different parts of the story. You might even want to write some words on to help you out, to help you remember what you're going to say. That can be useful too. Right, I am really excited to hear your stories. So don't forget, I want you to speak in a full sentence. That means that I will understand your story. The full sentences are the narrator's voice, remember, the storyteller. You might want to use words like one day at the start of your story, or it was a sunny day in the supermarket, or it was an exciting day in the supermarket. And don't forget, in our Supertato stories, the evil Pete always tries to cause some trouble. So you can decide. And remember, he uses that voice, doesn't he? Mwah ha ha ha. That's his evil laugh. So you might want to try and use that in your story too. And then there's always a super veggie on hand to save the day. That might be Supertato or one of the other veggies. So you can think how your super veggie is going to save the day. And then they usually, at the end, usually something bad happens to the evil P, doesn't it? And all the other veggies laugh, which isn't a very nice thing to do, but he has been nasty to them, so I don't blame them at all. And then they usually have a nice time at the end of the story, don't they? So I want you to try and use, maybe some of those words we talked about before, like because and but. These are good words to help you join your sentences together. And think about some really interesting words you could use in your stories. We call these words wow words, really good describing words, or words that tell us what's happening that make us go, wow, that's a great word for a 4 or a 5-year-old. So I'm really looking forward to it. Your story doesn't have to be as long as mine. You might just say one sentence for each part of your story, and that would be fine as well. Okay, I can't wait to hear them. I'm really excited. Right, good luck everybody. Bye-bye.